Excuse me, I uploaded one from the internet.
You can do that. You can do that possibly. But I mean, let's basic to the simple what do you call simple method, so that later on you can experiment. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, can you please give me permission to record the class because my brother is
Yes,
sleeping.
yes.
He has kind of a stomachache.
Basically, I will actually share this. I am recording from my end. I will share the YouTube video link with you once everything is done. Okay. I will definitely share the YouTube video once done. So I kindly request all of you to mute a little bit so that I can take you through. Then you can, I will give you a chance to, what do you call, chance to ask questions, right? Okay, let's do now. Right, once I've done this choosing of the backdrop, I'm going to put up a ghost. So I go to fantasy. Maybe, I will just type ghost. Here you go. I'm adding that. Okay, I'm adding that. Then first thing that I'm going to do is I have to animate this ghost. I have to animate this ghost. I think you're all with me. I'm going to animate this ghost. First of all, the first animation that I'm going to do is I have to basically make this ghost appear and disappear forever. Appear and disappear forever. How should I do that is I make sure that the ghost, what do you call, the sprite is clicked. Are you all following?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So basically, I'm going to do that, make sure that this ghost sprite is clicked. Then I have to start the program. I come here, take this code block. Okay, when green color flag is clicked, I'll make it a little bigger so that everybody can see. When this green color flag is clicked, I have to make it appear and disappear forever. So I need to insert a forever block. Where is that? It's in control. I come here and put this control block. Okay. Once I do that, I have to make it appear and disappear. There is a block called in looks. There is something called hide and show. Hide and show. I'm going to insert those two. Then only it will appear and disappear. Hide and show. But I have to give some timing. I have to give some timing. I go to controls once again. Then there is something called wait. I'm going to add those as well. Okay, appear and disappear. I'm going to add. So just do that and let me know if you come across any issues. Just put the backdrop, a nice, spooky backdrop, and at the same time put the ghost and put this code block to the ghost. Don't by mistake, sometimes you might add to the backdrop. Do not add to the backdrop. Make sure this sprite is clicked and put to the ghost. Okay, I'm going to give you 1 minute. At the meantime, I'm going to take some chat messages that are coming in. Okay, cool. Yeah, good. Many of them are doing really fantastic.
Right.
Okay, cool. So basically, if you just run and see, this is pretty simple, right? For a game, it should be more challenging than this. We'll run and see.
Sir, done.
Appearing at this same place, which is not so exciting. So the next thing that I want to do is, I want this ghost to appear in random places. Not only in one place, but in random places. In order to do that, what I'm going to do is, there is something called a block that I'm going to insert. Please be, very focused on this. So I go to motion, and I add this step, which is called go to X and Y. Then there are some certain things that I'm going to do to make it appear in different places, in random places. Note the word random. In order to do that, I go to this block called operators, and then pick this block called pick random, and I'm going to put here, and I'm going to put another one here. Okay. So in order for you to see the entire thing, I'm going to reduce a little bit. I assume that you can see right now. So I want to make that random block x minus 150, x minus 150, y is 150, again x minus 150, and y 150. So I do that, and let's see how it looks right now. Once I do this, let's see. So as you can see, it is appearing in different places. All right, but still it is not so challenging for a game. It is not so challenging. I am going to there are some options that you can make it more exciting to appear that in random places. In random places, sorry, this is in random places, but appear in random sizes that we can do, and also appear in random timings. Now we know that very well. This ghost is going to be appearing in once a second, right? Which is not so good. So I'm going to make it wait random intervals, okay, and also in random sizes. Those are the two things that I'm going to do to this code block. Okay, so to do that, first of all, what I have to do is I go and first of all we'll make the random timing. So again, I put this block random, and also put here random, and I make it like 0.1, that is 1/10 of a second to 1 second. Again here 1/10 of a second to 1 second. Okay, I want to make it, I'll just stop this for a little. I just want to make it appear in random intervals, right? Once you do that, we have to make the ghost appear in random sizes. That is the next thing that we have to do. So to do that, I go to looks, and there is something called set size. So before appearing, I want to make sure that it appears in random sizes. I go and put this here and make it like maybe 20 to 100. Now we will see how it looks like. Okay, right, let's go. I think all of you are set. You have done. I'm just going to show you.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, yes.
So I just now logged in because I was searching for the link.
Okay.
Yeah. So can I have to start now? I'm having a little doubt.
Okay. Right now, my dear, all you have to do is just quickly go through, right? For the benefit of you only, just focus. And also, if somebody else also did not really get this done, for them as well. First of all, you have to open up a new project. You have to go to Scratch, open up a new project. You have to add this backdrop. Okay, this backdrop, which is called woods. Okay, woods. And
I did that.
Okay,
and I put the ghost, but I only need to do the motions.
Okay, now then you have to, then you look at this code that is you're seeing on the screen and quickly do this.
So thank you.
Okay. So if you want, you can take a screenshot and then you can do, because if you basically take more time, others are also waiting, no? So it's not nice. So you can take a screenshot, you can do, but anyways, we'll see how this looks right now. Okay, now see, it is appearing in different sizes, and also it is appearing in different time intervals, and also it is appearing in different places. Three things we have achieved. I want you to understand this code block very clearly, because later on when we are going to do more games similar to this, these concepts will be very, very important. Okay, now you might recall the space game, sorry, the space animation that we did last week. We can also use some of these to animate, do changes. I am getting some what do you call messages. Let's see. Yeah. Right. Somebody's asking what is the channel. Basically, I haven't uploaded into YouTube yet, and this is not live streamed, so you got to be little patient until maybe on Monday it will be on YouTube. I will definitely send you all.
Sir,
Yes.
did you get an email with my name in it?
I did not check my emails because I am doing this session right now. Definitely, I'll check after this session. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Cool. So I assume that you have done, or shall I give you a little more time? I want responses from all of you, at least through chat. I
A
think chat.
little more time, sir.
Okay, cool.
I have done it.
Right.
I have done it.
Okay, I'm going to give you about 2 minutes more.
Sir, can't we use the block
done.
go to random position?
Sir, done.
Sorry.
Sir, done.
Sir, instead of go to pick random, can't we use the block go to random position?
Go to random position. Where is that block, my dear?
In motion.
In motion, go to random. Yeah, you can, but that random position actually does not tell you. You cannot really control where it is
Done, sir.
going to appear. But in this case, as you can see here, go to random position that we have put here, it will exactly go from these coordinates, within these coordinates. Okay, you can, of course, you can do random position, but also you can do, because this has better control that you can give to the code, right?
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So 1 minute, maybe.
Give me 2 more minutes, sir.
No problem, no problem. Take your time.
Sir,
Yeah.
why did you put dot one, sir?
Okay, good question. Very good question. I was expecting somebody to ask. When it comes to programming, you should not blindly code. That's what you do sometimes in school, right? Teacher puts everything on the board, you copy, and you do not know why you copied and why you did. I like that question. Thank you for asking. Why we actually put this 1.1. Basically, when you say wait 1, that means wait 1 second. Okay. But when you put wait 0.1 means we are waiting a time somewhere between 0.1 second and 1 second. Understand? 0.1 second and 1 second means 1/10 of a second to 1 second. It's very quick. I don't know whether it's called millisecond. I'm not sure. But it is 1/10 of a second and 1 second. So 0.1 means 1/10 of a second. Okay.
Sir, it's a microsecond.
Microsecond. Millisecond, microsecond, maybe. You guys are more exposed to those because we have almost forgotten. Maybe you can help me with those terms. Yeah.
Sir, can I know why you all are taking attendance?
Okay, I think majority of you have done. Anyone needs more time?
No, sir.
No,
Okay,
sir.
right, cool. We'll do the next one. Yeah, now we'll do the next one. The next thing that we have to do is we have to say when this sprite is clicked, make it hidden. Again, next code that we have to say when this sprite is clicked, make it hidden or hide the sprite when it is clicked, right? That is the thing that we are going to do. We are going to, stop this program a little bit, and then we are going to put that. How we are going to put that is, first of all, we have to put that condition, or I would say the initiation of the program. There's something called when the sprite clicked, So I'm going to add that here. Make sure that I'm adding to the same sprite. Okay. When this sprite clicked, I'm going to hide it. So I go to looks, there is something called hide. Okay. And at the same time, when this sprite is clicked, not only you hide, but also while hiding, you have to make a sound like blip or blop or some funny sound. Okay. So I'm going to add a sound. So I'm sure that you know how to add a sound right now, because I think in the first class we learned how to add a sound. Okay. So we are going to use that concept, the learning, and we are going to add a sound, right? So this is how I'm going to do. I go to sound and I'm going to add a sound here from here. Then I will actually search for some sound. I go to effects. Then I like this sound called coin. There is some, yeah, there you go, coin. Okay, so we can check how the coin sounds like. Okay, the coin is really sounding really good. I think I have shared with the sound. Yeah, okay, cool. So I add that, and then I come here, I go to sound, then play sound. Okay, and I put this code like this. Then I can test that code and see. Okay, cool. So when we click that, it played the sound and it went missing, isn't it? So that code block is working perfectly, right? So I want you to do that part as well very quickly in 1 minute.
Finish.
Finish, sir.
Now your speed is becoming, I mean, you are getting faster and faster, which is really nice to see. You are getting
Finish, sir.
smarter and smarter.
Sir, done.
Really good. I'm really happy for you.
Finish.
Sir, done.
Okay,
Done.
so right now
Excuse me,
next,
sir.
yes.
So I went to the costume painting and I can't go out of there.
Why did you go to costume? You have to go to sounds.
Ah.
Okay, you have to go
Okay.
to sound.
I have to go to sound and
You have to go to sound. Okay, let me show you once again. Okay, go to sound, click on sound, and here you have to choose a sound, right? Choose a sound, then it will give you loads of sounds. Then you have to go to effects, right? And there are a lot of sounds that you can click, I mean, you can take, but I actually took the sound called coin. But others
Coin.
also, oh yeah, others also you can actually, there are some sounds, but make sure that you have a sound that will really go with this scenario or the game. You know, if you put like, like this, birthday or bite, this is also good. What I'm saying is,
Sir,
put a sound that actually goes with this game. Yes, you have a question. Tell me.
sir,
Mhm.
sir, how do I add a sound?
Okay, now watch closely. This is third time I am showing. Watch closely. You make sure that you click on the sprite. Okay, click on the sprite first. okay, and then go to sound. Then you go down, there is something called choose a sound. You click on that, right?
Okay, sir.
And you click on that, you'll get wide variety of sounds, but you select this category called effects, and then you go and select something like coin. That's it, that will come. Understand? Cool. Then you put this code and you select that coin from this drop down. Okay, once you have done, the next thing that we are going to do is we have to, every game should have some scoring, otherwise the game will be very boring and empty, right? So we need some scoring. In order to do that, we have to add a variable. I think most of you have done, if you are in the age group, like if you are in grade 6 and above or grade 7, you should know what a variable is. Can somebody tell me what a variable is?
It's like different types.
What is a variable? If somebody asks you what is a variable?
Variable means unlimited, no limits.
No. What is
It's like
a
a score. It is like a score.
Exactly. That is an example of a variable. But definition of variable, let me tell you, you'll get an idea. Okay.
It's changing.
Yeah. Exactly.
The
That is
amount changes.
It is
A
the-
variable is a special type of
Storage address.
quantity.
Exactly. Okay. Let me give you the variable definition. I think most of what you said is going along with that. Variable is a place or a temporary place, like a box, where the contents in the box will always change. That is why it's called variable. It varies. Okay, it varies. For an example, if you take the age, today you are 12, right? Maybe next year you become 13. The year after you become 14. So age is a variable, right? And the speed of a car, right? These days, if you go on highway, you can go really fast because there's not much vehicles on the road. So speed actually fluctuates. It becomes more than 60, less than 60. So it's a variable. Okay. So variable is a place or a location that has values that can be changing. So in order to have this game score, we had to create a variable. So in Scratch, this is how you create variables. So watch very carefully, okay? Because these creating of variables can be really useful as you go on. I mean, when you go and do more and more projects, this variable concept is extremely important. So first of all, we'll create a variable. How to create a variable is, we go to this variable section, you click on that, and there is something called make a variable. You click on that. The first variable we are going to create is called score. Okay, and make sure we have this for all the sprites. Make sure it is for all the sprites, and click. Make sure it is this is clicked, and you say OK. When you do that, that variable that we have entered will appear here. Of course, you can hide it like this. If you unclick or uncheck this box, it will go hidden, but make it visible, right? So you can do this from here, right? So the next thing that we are going to do, first we have created a variable. Now the game is like this. There is a ghost that is coming at random intervals. Listen first, listen, then you can ask questions. The ghost that is coming in random intervals, in random sizes, and appearing in random places. Now we have to say to the game, when this ghost is clicked, it should play a noise, or play a sound and it's go hidden, and at the same time it should increase the score by 1. Okay, we should increase the score by 1. So in order to do that, we created a variable, and the variable called score, and the variable is visible right now. So the next thing that we are going to do is to make it, increase by 1. How I'm going to do that is, I created a variable, and then this is very, very important. Listen. Then I click on the backdrop. I click on the backdrop. Make sure that you have to do this very carefully. You at the right place. You click on the backdrop. So this backdrop does not have any code. Here in the backdrop, you click on the backdrop. In the backdrop, you have to set this score into 0 when the program starts. Okay. So I'm going to add that block right now. I'm going to add that block right now, where I am going to say, when this green color flag is clicked, set the variable into 0. Set that variable called score into 0. So I add that block, put it here, make the score into 0. That is what I'm going to do now. So I made the score into 0, which is called initialization. You might have heard this term from the second class, initialization. Yeah, you are going to setting that variable into 0, or the score into 0 as you start. Okay. So once you do that, once you do that, I think most of you have done. After you do that, you go to Ghost. Okay, you go to Ghost, and here you have to say here that you can see here it play sound coin until done, then hide. At the same time, you have to make that variable or increase the score. So you put this change my variable and change this into score, and you increase by 1. Okay, you increase by 1. Right? So do that also, then you can run and see whether it's actually happening as we expected. Right? So we'll start the game. See, oops. Okay, I managed to put 1. Okay. See, the score is, as you click, the score is increasing. Okay. Since I'm an old man, my reflexes are pretty slow, but you can do much better than this, right? So I want you to code this. First of all, go to the backdrop and put this code, okay? And then you come to Ghost Sprite, and you put this block of code, adding this change block.
Sir,
Yes.
when we get the first one, the first one, then it stops. It doesn't go like 5 or 4 like that.
Sir,
What do you mean?
That when we like put the score, the first.
Okay, I get it. Okay, is that Muad?
sir,
Who's the person who asked the question? What's your name?
Iqbal.
Okay, my dear, this is the reason why. Okay, just check whether you have put change score by 1 or set score by 1. What have you put?
Did that. Sir,
You had to put.
my background is not coming.
Your background is not coming. What do you mean?
Even my sprite is not working. The background and the sprite in Scratch.
Yeah.
It's not working.
You might have done something wrong, my dear. For others, what about others? Did you get the expected results that I'm getting?
Yes.
Yes,
sir.
I got it.
Yes.
Okay, I think one or two. If you are really following me very carefully, it cannot go wrong. Okay, right, cool. Somebody's asking, sir, can you show the first coding of the code? Okay, let me go through. Okay, you're actually asking this, so I'm going to make it visible for everyone. I'm going to give you 4 minutes for you to copy this quickly. If you want, you can take your mother's or father's phone and take a quick picture so that you can code it leisurely later on if you cannot really keep up the speed. So these are the codes that you have for the sprite. Okay, and for the backdrop, very simple. When this is clicked, make the score or set the score into 0. Those are the two things, two sets of code that you have to put together. I'm going to give you 4 minutes, okay? So Mikaela is done, Kaya is done, Shahil, most of you have done very good. Nice to see you.
Sir, done.
Yes?
So by mistake, if the sprite has got deleted, how
Mhm.
can we undo it? Take the instructions back.
Unfortunately, you have to do it all over again. That's bad news, right? I know. So
Restore sprite.
you have to put
Sir,
the
if-
sprite and you have to code it once again from the.
Sir, no,
No,
wait,
sir,
one-
you can take it back. You can go to edit and you can restore the sprite.
Ah, is that so? I never knew that. Oh my goodness. I think you have done a lot of experiments. I did not know that. That's a nice thing to know. Thank you so much for enlightening me and the others. Okay. I think most of you have done. Anyone needs more time?
Sir, my sprite is moving extremely quickly, sir.
No. So can
Yes.
I have 1 more second?
Okay.
Sir, my sprite is moving tongue. I can't even see it.
That is because you have put the moving. You're saying the moving of sprite, is it?
Yeah, the hiding and popping out. That one is
Because
too fast.
you have done basically this pick random weight. You might have given like something other than what I have
Sir,
given.
you're breaking up, sir.
Can you
So
hear
how
me?
to set a time limit, sir,
Time limit for what?
for the game?
Yeah. We'll come to that. Next thing, what I'm going to do is that. Okay.
Sir, I have a problem.
Yes.
When I
Yeah.
click the sprite, when we are playing, the score doesn't change if I click it.
Just see it. You have done exactly what I have done with regard to this code, this second code. When this sprite clicked, have you done exactly the way that I have done? Hello. I'm waiting for the question. Yeah, I'm waiting for the questioner who asked. The score is not really increasing when the sprite is clicked. So please make sure that you have done the way that I have done here. When the sprite is clicked, you have to play the sound. Then you have to go hiding and you have to change the score by 1. Change the score by 1. Not set. Be careful because sometimes by mistake, instead of putting change score, you will put a set score.
Sir, you're breaking up, sir.
You can hear me? Can you all hear me?
Hardly, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, if it is breaking, sometimes it is a connection issue from your end. Cool. Okay, now we'll move on because we have to do a little bit more. Now the score is okay. Now we have to create a timer because you cannot play a game forever, right? You have to set a time. Then only the games become pretty exciting. So we will add a timer. So once again, timer is a variable. Timer is a variable. Timer can change. So it's a variable. Something that is changing, we call it variable. So we'll create a variable. Now, where do you create a variable? Where do you create a variable? You come
The
here,
variable box.
the
Take a
variable
variable.
section. You come here, then you say time. You create a variable called time, right? You create a variable called time. Okay, and you take that variable and put it here somewhere nicely. Okay, right. Now let's see how the rest of the things are done. So once it is done, make sure you go to the backdrop. Okay, you go to the backdrop, you click on it. In the backdrop, you have to code that variable information. Okay, the variable code you have to add to the backdrop, not to the sprite. Be very careful. Okay, add to the backdrop something like this. We'll do together. Okay, so we have to say when the green color flag is clicked, when the green color flag is clicked, when the green color flag is clicked, set the time to 10 or maybe 20. I would say 20. I'll put 20. Set the time to 20. So go to variable, sorry, go to variable, set the time to 20. Set the time to 20. Okay. Set the time to 20. And then you put a repeat block. You put a repeat. You come here to control. You put a repeat block here. Then you have to say repeat, sorry, not repeat, repeat until, I'm sorry, it should be repeat until. There is something called repeat until here. You have to put that block, repeat until, and then you have to go to operators and you have to put this operator is equal to that operator. Then you have to say something like when the time is equal to 0, repeat until the time equal to 0. You go to variables, you take the block and you make it to 0, right? Once you do that, you wait for 1 second. You wait for 1 second. Sorry, you wait for 1 second and you change the time by -1. You change the time by -1. Time by -1. -1. Then once it actually, I'll explain the code, this code, don't worry, okay? It's actually a timer that we are actually giving. You come to events, then you go to control. There is something called stop all. So this is the thing that you have to do. What we have done is basically this whole game is controlled by the timer. Okay, so what we are going to do is, first of all, we have to say when this green color flag is clicked, set the time into 20. That means we are limiting the time to 20 seconds. Then we are saying until the until this timer becomes 0, you keep on decreasing the time. You keep on decreasing the time by -1, right? Once you hit 0, you stop your program or you stop your game. Okay.
Sir, can you run it and show us?
Okay, good. So I have done this. Now we will run and see. Okay, we'll run and see. Sorry, hold on. Okay.
Sir, when my
Now the game is over. Did you get it what I did? I actually
Yes.
set the time to 20 seconds.
Yes, sir.
Within 20 seconds,
sir.
within 20 seconds, I could score only 6. Okay, only 6 points I could score.
So
So
I could put 10.
wow, that is really good. So that is why I told you, you young heroes can do much better than I can. Okay, this is something that I found out even when you guys sent me some of the projects that you have done. I think even I never can do that, because those are really marvelous projects that you have sent. So I want you to do this also. Then I'm going to give you about maybe 4 minutes for you to do this. And at this meantime, I'll take some questions that are coming through chat.
sir already done.
So already done.
So sir already done.
Right, cool.
How we can download Scratch? How we can download Scratch? How can we download Scratch?
Now, those who have done, I'm going to give you some challenges. Okay, these are the challenges that I'm going to give. Just think about it, and you can help me out how to figure. Okay, now I have to do something like this. I have to add more sprites. Okay, maybe a sprite of different nature. If I click that sprite, my score should be increased by 2, because that's a valuable sprite. Or if for an example, let's say I am going to add something like the bat. Okay, so this bat should also have the same qualities, like it should appear in different places, it should appear in different time intervals, it should appear in different sizes. That everything should be here there for the bat also. And at the same time, when you click on the bat, it should increase the score by 2, not 1. 1 is for the ghost, 2 is for the bat. Understand? Okay. So if you can do that, basically we can say that you have actually applied what you have learned to a different requirement. Understand? So this is very important. You learn how to animate the ghost using the same. You're not going to copy the code. Just you can actually see that code and see the ghost code, and you can animate this bat code. Okay, so you can do that.
Please go to backdrop a little.
Click on the backdrop.
Yeah, I want the backdrop.
Okay, so you can do this, adding more sprites and having different pointing points to get. That's something that you can work out. Okay, so you can be more and more creative, right? Something that I did not quickly, I have to do one more change to the ghost. I will do, I'm sorry, just give me 1 second. I go to looks and then something called next. Okay, now it will look more, see, the ghost is actually more, the ghost is actually doing some fantastic work, Understand? Every time it appears, it is giving you a kind of a, boo, a kind of a feeling, right? So I'm going to the backdrop code again to make sure that you get this. So the most important part, hold on, don't speak. The most important part, the learning is you have to know where to add the code. Are you going to add to the backdrop? Are you going to add to the sprite? Because if you miss that point, your program will not work as expected. Understand? So got to be very careful where to add. At the same time, the things like sometimes by mistake, as humans, we might do the mistake like instead of change, you might put set. It will not work. Instead of minus, you will put plus. It will not work properly. Understand? You got to be very, very vigilant on these facts. When it comes to programming, there's something called attention to detail, which is extremely important, right? Even when I am doing, you have to follow me very carefully, with a lot of focus, right? Sometimes you might do something else and doing this coding. No. Sometimes you might be sitting in front of the TV, and I know the TV is telecasting Mr. Sherman and Peabody or some animation. You are watching that and doing this code. That will not work. If you're coding, you have to do coding. If you're watching TV, you have to do watching TV. One task at a time. Yes.
Okay, sir.
Right. Good.
Sir, what did you put for the ghost program like that? How, sir, how did you make the ghost come like that?
Okay. So let me show you the code. Okay. I put, see, there's something called next costume. Can you see?
Yes, sir.
That is in looks. So you put the next costume right after the size, set size block. Huh?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Sir, even after we finish the game, you can still click the ghost.
That is because you did not put this stop all. Did you put this stop all?
Background one.
Sir, I put the stop all.
Where did you?
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Can you show the background one?
I'm showing the backdrop one.
Sir, can you show the ghost one?
The ghost one. This problem will be on.
Can you show the bat one?
Okay.
Sir, can you show the bat?
The bat one.
Yeah.
Okay, bat one. I did not do anything yet. Okay, but I can do it. What I'm saying is, you whatever that you did for the ghost, do for the bat. Okay.
Sir, can you show the ghost? How to change the?
How to change the ghost appearance? That is next costume.
So when I went to the backdrops and I put stop all, but still when the ghost is getting click, it's still scoring.
Even after the timing is over?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Can't be, because let's say okay, hold on. Yeah, in my case also it is appearing. Hold on. No. I think it should, if you have done exactly like this, once the timing is over, the ghost should not, I mean, it should not appear and disappear. It should not come. I think somewhere you have done some very tiny mistake. Maybe you have to do this project once again. By the way, let me see. Okay, so one thing that I want you to understand is now this game does not have background music, okay? And it is boring. It is boring. So what I have done is I have downloaded a really spooky, very terrifying, scary background music, which I'm going to add to this, okay? I'm going to add that music to this. So what I'm going to do is I go to backdrop. Then I go to sounds. Then I click on choose a sound, upload sound. Now I have downloaded this MP3 file from the internet, which is called, I have already done that. You can do that later on, but I have already done that, which is called Nightmare, Then I'm going to add that. Okay, if you want to see how that works, go to code. So I'm still in the backdrop. Okay, then I put something like, I go to events. Then when this green color flag is clicked, I go to control, put forever, then go to sound, play sound to Nightmare, then I'll start the program. Okay, now I'm going in full volume. Now it's going to be really scary. This game going to be exciting, as also it's going to be really scary. Okay, now I know that you are shivering right now. Okay, so let's start. Let's start the game, right? Did you all like it, that music?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, you can.
Yes, sir.
That was,
Sir, where did you get the music from?
you
Sir,
can
can you show the backdrop one?
backdrop one. Okay. Where did I get that music from? Good question. You can actually ask your parents to do that for you. You can, go and just search for in Google. Just search for what do you call scary background music, something like that, and it will come with some options. You can, I can't remember where I took that from, but I downloaded this music. Yeah, exciting.
I have a problem. When I click the green flag, the score does not change to 0.
Say that again.
When I click the green flag, the
Okay.
score does not change to 0.
Which green flag you are clicking?
Sir, I can't hear.
Which green flag you are clicking? You have to click the green flag here, as you can see. Can you see where I'm pointing the mouse pointer? You have to click on this ghost sprite, and you have to click on this green color flag, this one, not the code block, but the overall green color flag only. You have to
Yeah, I click it, but it does not work.
did you click it and it is not appearing, is it?
Yeah.
How to download?
It is.
State to 0 state.
It is not coming to 0 state. Okay. Go to your backdrop. Go to your backdrop and see whether you have made this block, this one, set score to 0. Have you done that? I think you did not do, right?
Yes, I can do.
I know. Okay. Cool. Now that's about this game. You can make this game more exciting. By the way, next thing that I'm going to do is, if you are going to do this game all over again, first of all, I want you to save this game, because you have been spending 1 hour to make this game, and this should not go wasted. So you should save the game. I'm sure that you know how to save it. You go to File, and you can save to your computer by giving the name like Ghostbuster or anything like that.
Sir,
Yeah.
so my save as is not coming.
Save as, it is, go to File, save to your computer.
So it's like it's coming like this.
I mean, how?
Like this. I'll show you.
Are you using a tablet or a laptop?
It's coming like this.
Yeah, I can't see your screen. Is it coming as a, what do you call, laptop or a, sorry, are you using a laptop or a
Laptop.
tablet? Huh?
Laptop.
It should come, my dear, it should come.
See, can you see, sir?
I can't see.
No, in my one is Iqbal Qasim.
Yeah, Iqbal Qasim, but I cannot see your screen, Iqbal. Can you share your screen?
How to share?
How to share? Okay, I have to give you share.
Sir, he's doing a meeting in the tablet, in the phone.
Ah, okay. So how can I see your screen if you're meeting in the phone and trying to show in the computer? Huh? Okay, what you can do is, later on I will help you out to fix that problem. By the way, now for the next 5 minutes, you are not going to talk. I'm going to show you where to take project from, okay? These instructions that I've given you, where to take that. So be focused. You open up a new browser window. You go to www.techkids.lk. Again, www.techkids.lk. So you will come across this. Then, now this should be done by one of your parents, okay? Parents or somebody at home. You have to log in. Okay, you have to log in. You have to log in with your user ID and the password, or you can use your Gmail. So I'm going to log in.
I already made the club, sir.
Okay,
Sir.
if you have made the club,
I have already joined in the Tech Kids.
okay, for those who did not go through, I'm going to show them, okay? Only I'm going to show them. Those who have done, well and
So
good.
can we join the Tech Kids Club?
You cannot join. You have to create the Tech Kids Club, first of all. Okay? This is what I'm going to do. Okay, hold on. Just focus what I'm doing right now. You have to go to, first of all, you go to techkids.lk. Okay? Techkids.lk. Now, this part has to be done by your parents. I think it's better. When you go to techkids.lk, when you visit, scroll down, there is a video. If you play this video will show you how to create a club, how to assign yourself to the club, and so on. If the video is not working, there is something called user guide. When you click on the user guide, that will actually take you to an instruction page that will show you exactly what you should do to create a club and assign yourselves to the club. Okay? Once you do that, you can access, see, you can access all the projects that are inside that website. And one of them is the Ghostbusters. And you can follow the Ghostbusters instruction sheet, the game that we did today, and you can do this code all alone. Okay? So that is the way that you can practice this code. So I kindly request, if the parents are listening right now, I kindly request to the parents, please create a code club for your kids, assign them, even if it is one kid, that's okay, no problem. You can create a code club with maybe 100 kids or one kid, doesn't matter. But in order to use the instruction sheet, you got to create a code club. So I want the parents to go through this, either this instruction, so this user guide, or the website video.
Sir, can you send the link in the chat?
In the chat, okay, hold on.
Sir, sir,
yeah.
When I go to learn, they ask me to put the student passcode and some password. For that, what should I put?
Excuse me, that is why I am saying, first of all, you have to create a code club.
I have made one, sir.
After that, you have to follow that instruction. Once you created the code club, let me show you. Okay, hold on. First of all, I will basically send the link. Hold on. Okay, so I have sent the link in the chat. So what you have to do is, my son, see, you are creating the code club. Once you create the code club, there are other things that you have to do. Okay, understand? Other things in the sense, you have to create the code club, you have to add the students, and you have to add that student to that code club. Once you do that, you have to start the session. See, you have to start the session, then you have to view the session, and you have to set the timing for the session, or 2 hours or 1 day or whatever. Then only it will create a session passcode. Understand? Then you have to take that session passcode, then you have to enter that session passcode, and then you have to do the coding by going to that particular instruction sheet. Okay, so if you be patient with me, I can actually show you how that can be done. Basically, here you come here, you go to login. My internet is slow, that is the reason that I do not want to. Hold on. So sign up with email. I go to Gmail. So I sign up with my Gmail. So I am actually signing up with my Gmail. Okay.
Sir, how we can download Scratch?
It is.
How we can download Scratch? How we can download Scratch?
Are you asking a question from me? You're asking how to download Scratch, is it? How to download Scratch is, you open up a browser, you go and type download Scratch. You know, Google is a really good resource. You say download Scratch, and this particular search results will come. Then you click on this offline editor link.
Sir, I have tried that. It comes as the Scratch 2, the second Scratch.
No. This is the Scratch. So basically, again, hold on.
I downloaded it, but it didn't work.
It should work. What did you download it to the tab?
No, PC.
The computer, it should work, my dear. Because I am also using my laptop, no? So basically you go here, listen, you have to download the Windows version, So when you click on the Windows version, it will download to the folder, then you have to click it and then you have to run it. My internet is slow, so that is why I can't really show you how it is getting downloaded. For an example, in day-to-day activities, I am actually using my downloaded version. I'm not using the online version because every time I do not have internet, so I use my downloaded version. So coming back to the TechKids website, still I cannot. Okay, the reason is, okay, I will once again, I'll show you. I'll go to my Chrome window. Hold on.
Can you send the link?
The link I sent you. Okay, once again, once again I'll send it to you. Okay, just note it down. Say this is the link for the TechKids website. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how to go to. Can you see my Chrome screen browser?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Go to www.techkids.lk. Okay. Then it will go here. Then I go to login. I click on login. Then it will ask for me to log in through Facebook or Google. I go to sign up with Google. You must have a Google account. I click on that. Okay, if you haven't signed up, you sign up like this. Then I go to select my Google account. Then I go in. Okay. Once I go in, next thing I have to do is I go to my clubs. I go to my clubs. So I have created clubs, but for the sake of showing you, I'm going to create a new one. I create a club. Then I give some nice name like I say Astro Boys or Astro Kids. That is my club's name. And I give my mobile number. Okay, some number I give like 69. I don't know. I just give better you give your own number. So this is optional. I'm not going to put anything. I'm just going to save. Okay. So once you do that, it says Code Club is saved under your institute. Then it will appear in this list of code clubs that I have created. Then I go to students.
Sir.
Watch, John, please watch. Do not ask questions for the moment. I will give you some time to ask questions. So I go here, then I create a new student. I go and click add. Then I create a new student. Let's say I'll create a student called Lituli. And her name Lituli Payagala, and the student number I give some. If this is you can give your school admission number also. So I'm going to give something like 8888, and the contact number is optional. I'm going to skip that. Skip this. and give the date of birth into something like 2011 and select the gender. And then once I created this, put the information, then at the same time, I'm going to assign the student to the code club. So I assign and I go and click on save. So it will say student is saved successfully. Understand? Okay. So that is something that you have to do. Once you do that, I'll tell you what to do next. Once you do that, so you created the what do you call code club, you created a student, and then you assign the student to the code club. You assign the student to the code club. Again, you go to code club, click on it. Yeah, then you will see your code club, and you go and click on view. Then you can select the what do you call you can select all, and you can select the what project you are going to do. All these things should be done by your parents, not by you. Okay, or you can also do it, but it's better if the parents can do the same thing. So I select the Ghostbusters, then I go and say start session. So when you do that, okay, when you start the session will be started, and you go and view session basically, and then I give a timeline. This session should be finished within 1 day. You save settings. Now the parent has to note down this link, right? TechKids/learn, and the admission number that you have given is, in my case, I gave 8888, and the passcode it created is 744432. Now, all I have to do is I copy this link. As a student, the parents should give this link to you. I go here and I paste it here. Then I note this passcode down, copy that, can keep it passcode down. Here I say 8888, and the passcode that I have given taken is this. Then I say login. Oops, I think I should start the session. Save the session. I think there's something wrong.
Sir, you had put 8886.
Did I put 8886? No.
No, 3 times and no.
No, yeah.
Sir, you should put it 3 times, sir. Sir, you must put only 888.
Well, I think I did a mistake when I did. Hold on. Okay, and I go to learn. Then I say 8888, and the passcode is this. Let's see. I think there's something, this valid session for passcode is wrong. I think I have not properly. Okay, bingo, it went in. I think I did a mistake with the spacing. Okay, so once you do that, you will go to this screen as a student, and then you click on this lesson link, and that lesson link will take you to the Raspberry Pi Foundation website. Okay, and this one will show one step by step what you should do, step by step, creating this and adding the sprite and so on and so forth. You can do by looking at this. If you want to download and keep it, you can go, there is something called this printer button, and you can click on that. So when you click on that, then it will come to this link called Print Ghostbusters, and make sure that you save as PDF, and you can save it somewhere, and then you can actually open up that project and do whatever necessary. Okay, so I think that is about for today's lesson. By the way, one information that I have to give you, that is about our MoonHack project that is coming up. Let me give you a brief about what MoonHack is all about. Okay, I'm going to share this information with you so that you can basically, hold on.
How do we know that?
Yeah, so basically this MoonHack is an event that is MoonHack is an event that is organized by Code Club Australia. Code Club Australia. Hold on. MoonHack is an event that is organized by Code Club Australia. It is a global event where people, about 40,000 kids around the world will participate for a week of 1 week of coding. It is not a competition per se, but it is an activity of coding, and it is in 3 streams. One is Scratch Junior, Scratch, and Python. So I am going to open up registrations. I'm going to share this link with you. So you can register. So once you are registered, hold on.
I already signed up 6 people for my club with me.
Okay, fantastic. So what we can help from Sluscom Tech is you can be part of the sessions that we are going to conduct from 25th to 31st. So I will be available for 1.5 hours in 3 days within a week. So I will actually send you all those information, but you have to register. After doing that, I can help you to do those projects and upload to the MoonHack, MoonHack website. And also you will be getting certificates if you do the projects and complete them all fully. Okay, so I will make sure that you will get the certificates, first the digital one and later on the actual physical one. At the same time, I had a call with the Code Club Australia manager yesterday in the morning, and she said she asked you all to submit your project to the Code Club International, the the Moonhack website, so that if they select the best ones, they will publish in their social media pages, and you can become world famous. You know, your project will feature in worldwide, means that's a great achievement. So I want you to, I will send out this information tomorrow, hopefully in the morning. You register with me. I will help you to do the projects. If somebody is they are like somewhat okay with Python, I can help on Python as well, and also mostly on Scratch. And we can do an exciting kind of a hackathon in between 25th of May to 31st of May. So that's about it with regard to our coding session today. Right, cool. So if you have any questions, I'm going to give you about 5 minutes before we wind up. Before that, I kindly request you to send me the email again saying that you are present today. That would be really helpful. For those who I did not take the attendance, they can send me the email. At the same time, they can be in touch with me for any problems or any issues that they are having. Right, you can ask any questions that you want within the next 5 minutes.
Sir,
Can you have a doubt that in that space Moon Hackathon in that
Yeah.
sir, can I leave now?
Yeah, you can leave. You can leave if you want. Yes.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir,
Yeah.
check my name in the attendance.
Okay. Yes, my dear.
So I want
my website, right?
Sorry.
They put my they upload my project in the FB, right?
Yeah, they will put you. Yeah, I saw that, and at the same time, that's a really good project. Well done. Is that Nakib? Is that Nakib?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I saw that. I like that. Also, I shared with my, others as well. So you can actually put those stuff, really great stuff, to the Moonhack. You can send it to them directly. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yes. Yes.
Sir, can you check my name in the attendance?
How do we?
I will do that. I will do that in a while. Huh?
Sir, how will you help us? I mean, that you said that Moonhack something
Yeah.
that do some project. How you will help us?
Basically, we will do the coding session together. Okay. I can actually run through like I did today. I can actually show you how to do it, and then we can do together. So if you have any issues,
Sir, please check
not
my
tomorrow, not
name in the
tomorrow.
attendance.
It is not tomorrow.
Sir, bye.
It is starting from 26th, which I will let you know the dates. Okay? Yes.
Sir, stay safe, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and see you next week, inshallah.
Okay, see you. Bye, sir.
See you. Bye then. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
If others have any questions, they can ask. Otherwise, I'll wind up.
How do we share the Scratch project?
I'm in the attendance.
The Moonhack project.
How do you share this?
I'm in the
Share the
attendance.
Scratch project?
My name is Abdul. I'm in the attendance.
With whom? With whom you want to share?
Sir, is my name?
Hello.
Sir, is my name in the attendance?
With the Moonhack?
The Moonhack, I will show you how to share with Moonhack. I will, if you participate in those sessions, I can share.
Sir, in
How can we participate in those sessions?
Can we email our link to someone, then they can view it?
Yes, of course, yes. You can send it to me, or you can, I will show you everything when we start the sessions, okay, from 26th.
So do you Python?
Sir?
Okay.
Sir?
Yes.
Do the Moonhack project should be long.
Project, is there a microbit session?
Yeah, there is microbit as well. You can do microbit as well if you have a microbit.
Sir, I'm doing
Sir,
it.
sir, now when you're going to do a next session, How do
Yeah.
I get the Zoom link?
If you register, then you will get the Zoom link.
Where we should then you should I registered in Chrome for this to get this Zoom link.
So
if I
we
go
will,
there, I will.
no, we will send out an email saying next session is going to happen and we are going to cover this project. So in that you will have a link to register.
What? Sorry, can you tell me again?
So your information is with us. Your email IDs are with us. No?
Excuse me, sir.
You will get a link to register. So when you register, you will get another link to the Zoom login. Understand?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, okay, how can I save my project, sir?
You can save in your Scratch, which I showed you. Do you want me to show?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me share my.
Excuse me, sir. To do the Monarch project, should we download this software, that bit.ly HTML space cleanup? Should we download that software, sir?
You don't need to. You can straight away go to that site and do it. Hold on. Let me share the screen. Let me share my screen to. Okay. Do you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. This is how you save. You go to File. You say save to your computer.
Okay.
Okay, then you click on that. Then it'll ask you where to save. Then you give a meaningful name. In this case, Ghostbusters, and you save. That's it.
Sir, they didn't ask me like that.
Sir, there's any WhatsApp group of tech kids so that we can join?
No, dear, no. Still no, because it is going to be a huge group. We have about 80 people right now. Okay.
So how do I be a member of you Salonco Tech Kids?
Sorry.
Excuse me, sir.
How do I be a member of the Salonco Tech Kids?
Which tech kit?
Yeah, Tech Kids. Salonco.
Basically, other tech kits events are exclusively for other companies, Dialogue and so on. But we will be continuing this series right throughout. So don't worry. Every Saturday we can do projects like this.
In this time.
Okay, so thank you.
At the same time. Okay. So okay, Python is another programming language. I'm going to stop right now because I have some other classes today, sessions as well.
Excuse me, sir.
Okay, sir. Bye.
Yes.
Sir.
Yes.
Under the students category, we should fill our name and the admission number.
Which one you're talking about?
The edit club details.
In the website.
Yeah, in the students under category, we should fill our name and the admission number.
You have to give your name and the admission number. That's right.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Bye. Bye, everyone. Stay safe.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye, sir.
Thank you.
Bye, sir.
Bye.